Welcome back, guys, to Model 4. In this model, I'll be talking to you guys about order block. What is an order block? An order block are refined zones in the market that broke structure and left behind imbalance. An order block are refined zones in the market that broke structure and left behind imbalance. So let me give you an example in a drawing format, right? So let's say the market is going to the upside, it pushes up, comes back. When the market breaks this structure, we know that there is an order block around this zone. Why? Because the market moves with massive pressure, leaves behind imbalance, and there's an order block before that imbalance. So the market will come back there to tap in, to fill up the imbalance, tap into the order block, and then push up. Now, also, the order blocks are where the big banks and the government leave their money in. So when they leave where they leave their money is where you want to trade from, because they always come back to take that money, right? So when the market pushes up and breaks structure again, it leaves behind imbalance and an order block, which is also the government money, bank money, whatever you call it, right? And it will come back there to pick up that money and continue moving to the upside. So let me show you how the order block looks like, right? Remember, like I stated to you guys, order blocks are premium areas in the market that broke structure and left behind imbalance. So let me show you guys on a real chart. All right, guys, so this is how the order blocks look like. So let me just simply show you guys. First of all, on this zone right here, the market broke structure, left behind imbalance and order block, which is this zone right here. That is the refined zone. So I zone it up, right, from this zone here. I zone it up, right? So I'll be using the ash. So let's reduce the temperature, the opacity. So you can see that after the market broke structure, it retraced back, filled up the imbalance, and tapped into the order block, which is, we can also call it the government money, banker candle, different things people call it. But for me, I call it order block, right? You can see that the market retraced back to mitigate that order block, to tap into that order block. And what happened? The market pushed downward and broke another structure, right? So now when the market also broke this second structure, when the market broke this second structure here, when the market pushed downward with so much buy pressure and broke this second structure, we left behind imbalance around this zone here, and we also left behind an order block. So that is the order block at that zone there. So let me zoom in to show you guys, right? So there is imbalance here. You can see the imbalance from this week to the week of this green candle, this 1, 2 and 3 candle. There was an imbalance in between that zone, and there's an order block, which is the premium zone, right? Also, you can also see it as the last candle before the massive drop, right? So let me line it up so you can see that is the order block area right there. And you can see that after the market broke that structure, the market came back, filled up that imbalance, and also tapped into that order block. And what happened? The market dropped. And when the market dropped, the market also left imbalance here which is this candle, this black candle, and this green candle here. There's imbalance in between that zone, and there's an order block there, right? And you can see that the market came back, filled up the imbalance, and tapped into that order block, and also did what? Dropped. So this is how order blocks work, right? And you can see that when the market broke this structure, it also had imbalance around this zone. We also had a lot of, we had this candle, this next candle, and this other candle. So there was a lot of imbalance, and this zone right here is also seen as what? The order block, right? From this zone right here, this candle especially, everything right here is seen as what? The order block. So let me zone it up for you. From this candle here, is seen as what? The order block. And you can see how the market literally came back after making that massive move. The market came back, filled up the imbalance, tapped into the order block, and what happened? The market dropped. And when the market dropped and broke this structure, we also had a point where the market came back to mitigate the order block, right? And we also had imbalance. So you can see the imbalance from here, this candle to this other candle right here. There's a little gap in between them, and that is imbalance. And this zone here is seen as what? Order block. And you can see that the market, after breaking structure here, the market came back, filled up the imbalance, and tapped into the order block, and also dropped massively. So this is how the market moves, and this is what order blocks looks like. This is how the order blocks looks like. So if I invert this, same thing applies, right? The market is breaking structure and coming back to fill up the imbalance and mitigate off the other blocks. Break structure, comes back to fill up the imbalance and mitigate off the other block. Break structure, comes back to fill up the imbalance and mitigate off the other blocks. So also you can also note another order block here. You can note another order block here. So this market's pushed up, right? The market from this zone pushed up, and it also broke this minimum structure here. After this massive push, broke this minimum structure, leaving behind imbalance and an order block, right? And if I zone that up, you will see that yes, literally the market came back to fill up that imbalance, mitigate off that order block, and move up. So this is how an order block works, and that is what an order block is.